Good day, grade 2s. How are you all today? Today we are going to revise adjectives. Do you remember what adjectives are? Adjectives are describing words. Adjectives describe nouns. We can also say they tell you more. Here I have a picture. This is a house. Now I must think of an adjective to describe my house. Good. This is a yellow house. I've told you the color of the house. Yellow tells you more about the house. So yellow is the adjective. I can even tell you more about the house. We already said this is a yellow house, yellow being the adjective, telling me more about the house, describing the house. Now I'm going to say it has a blue roof. So now I've told you more about the roof. It has a blue roof. So blue is the adjective telling me more. It has 2 square windows. I see 2 adjectives. Do you know what they are? Yes, it has 2 square windows. Remember, windows is a noun. So the adjective is describing the noun. Now, what I want you to notice is that if I took the adjective out of each sentence, it would still make sense. So let's read. This is a house. That still makes sense, grade 2s, but I told you more. I said this is a yellow house. That is why we say an adjective tells you more. In the second sentence, I've said it has a blue roof. I can read that sentence without that adjective. Let's read it. It has a roof. So it still makes sense, but I wanted to tell you more. So I said it has a blue roof. It has 2 square windows. Can I take out my adjectives? Will it still make sense? Let's find out. It has windows. Yes, it still makes sense, but I've added the adjectives. That is why I say it's the extra words to make it more clear, to tell me more about those windows. So I've said it has 2 square windows. Look at my apple. Let's read the first sentence. I have a red apple. Red is the adjective telling me more about the apple. So, can you tell me what the adjective is in the next sentence? I have a juicy apple. Yes, of course. Juicy is the adjective. Juicy is telling me more about how that apple tastes. The next one says, I have a juicy red apple. Yes, I'm telling you more. I've used both my adjectives in the first 2 sentences to make one longer sentence, putting both the adjectives into one sentence. And it still makes sense. I have a juicy red apple. So juicy was my adjective and red. So remember, I've used 2 adjectives in that sentence. And even if I took both those adjectives out of my sentence, it would still make sense. I have an apple. We actually say an apple if the describing words were out. But we love to use adjectives because adjectives tells us more about what we are talking. Adjectives describe the noun. Here is a picture of a dog. Let's see if you can find the adjectives. He's a lovely dog, isn't he? Why is he so special? Let's see. A fluffy dog, adjective? Fluffy, that's right. The next sentence. A cute dog? Yes, cute, he's cute. Something else about this dog? Yes, he's a small dog. And if you wanted to make one sentence using all those adjectives, what would you say? Try some? Good. I could say a small, cute, fluffy dog. And then I've made one sentence using all those adjectives. Remember, those words are describing the dog. That is why they are called, that's right, adjectives. Remember, an adjective tells you more about the sentence. It is a describing word. I also like to say it is an extra word. Sharon is wearing a pretty dress. That's number 1. Can you do it with me? Let's read it again. Sharon is wearing a pretty dress. Do you see the adjectives? Okay. There's only one. Pretty is the adjective. Now, if I took that word out of the sentence, would it still make sense? Let's find out. Sharon is wearing a dress. Well done. So, I could leave it like that, but it will be kind of boring, wouldn't it be? So I'm going to add pretty. Sharon is wearing a pretty dress. Number 2. Dad caught a big fish. Now where is the adjective? Is it fish? Oh no, that's the noun, remember. What's telling me more about that fish? That's right, big. Big is telling me more about the fish. Therefore, big is the adjective. Let's do number 3. I ate a delicious slice of cake. I didn't just eat cake. What told me more about that cake? You're right. Delicious tells me more about the cake, which is the noun. A delicious slice of cake. I could have just said I ate a slice of cake, but I want to tell you how delicious the cake was, so I used that adjective delicious. Number 4. Let's read number 4 together, grade 2s. She wore a pretty blue shoes. She wore her pretty blue shoes. Let's read it again. She wore her pretty blue shoes. So now I'm giving you a chance to guess what the adjectives are. Are there one adjective in the C? Are there 2? How many? Let's find out. She wore her pretty, correct. Blue, correct. Shoes, right. She wore her pretty blue shoes. So pretty and blue tells me more, and that is why they are adjectives. It would have been a little boring just to say she wore her shoes. Right. Are you going to try number 5 by yourself? Let's read it together. My cat eats out of a plastic red bowl. Are there 2 adjectives, or is there only 1 adjective? Correct, there are 2. Plastic is my adjective, and so is the word red. Plastic is telling me more. Red is telling me the color of the bowl, telling me more. I could remove it. Let's try that one again. Let's try removing the adjectives. My cat eats out of a bowl. It still made sense. But I want to use adjectives. I want to put in those extra words to tell me more. That is why I said my cat eats out of a plastic red bowl. So now you know more. You know it is plastic and you know it is red. The last one, number 6. Tom has a clean and shiny motorbike. I'm sure you'll catch this one very quickly. Where are the adjectives? That's right. Clean and shiny. There are 2 adjectives in that sentence. Tom has a clean and shiny motorbike. Let's leave out the adjectives again and read the sentence. Tom has a motorbike. Oh, we want to tell you more. So we say Tom has a clean and shiny motorbike. I hope you understand adjectives much better now, grade 2s. Remember, we also encourage you to use adjectives when you write stories. Goodbye.